Hey everybody, welcome to Bura. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about how the European Union is about to make USB-C mandatory. Alright, so let's take a look at this one particular issue here. So, the European politicians are on the cusp of requiring USB-C in all smartphones here. Now, this is interesting. If there's one thing I really don't like about living in 2022 is how everything requires a different USB device and kind of plug. I really don't like it, and I really wish it would change. But basically, all this is saying is that the European Union officials are almost requiring all phones to have USB-C. And I really, really wish my iPhone had USB-C. It is so annoying to use the lightning adapter. I can't say how much I dislike that. Here. Now, I will say here that Apple has said that, it hopes that it won't stifle innovation. And I get what they're trying to say here. But really, I've heard that there might be a USB-D. And if they do make a USB-D, I hope it's backwards compatible. But one of the things that Apple is totally right about this is that it's possible that the plugs might not be as innovative as possible. And what that means is that whatever design they pick, they have to make sure that it can scale at least for 5 or 10 years here. Now, this isn't the most crazy thing that's ever happened here. So if you don't know, screw threads were once all over the place. And then eventually they decided, well, they should probably start to standardize them, right? This happens also with measurements. Depending, the metric system had different measurements, and the imperial system definitely had different measurements, and they kind of standardized things over time. And standardization isn't a terrible thing. Now, of course, screw threads and measurements are one thing. USB-Cs are something else. Or are they? Well, let's take a look at that. So you can take a look at these articles on screw threads. They're actually quite interesting. But basically, they decided to, since the 19th century here, early 19th century, they decided to start standardizing. And then, it's something you probably don't even think about today, right? The other thing they did is power cords or power plugs are also standardized here. Now, if you take a look at this map here, this is a very a good map here. So if I just go back, you can see North America has pretty much the same plug. Japan actually has the same kind of plug that North America does. When I went to Japan, I was kind of it was kind of interesting to see. But you can see that Europe is on a different system. The UK is completely on a different system from the rest of Europe, which I find to be hilarious, right? And so if you've never traveled from North America to Europe, you need several different adapters if you're going to different areas, right? If you go, let's say you're going to the UK, France, and then Switzerland, they all have different, so you just need a different set of plugs here. And then Australia is completely different here. So even today, different regions have different plugs. It would be so annoying for one country to say, all right, this is the way we're doing it here. Now, I personally, and I know this is biased, but I like the North America plug because it's just so much less bulky than a lot of the other European plugs. Now, I know there's a lot of there's extra features with some of the European plugs here, but I really do like the North American plug. It's probably the smallest, which is very good too. But you can see that China's kind of on a dual system here. If you're from China, or if you've been to China, let me know what your thoughts were on that. But anyway, just to kind of show you what's going on here, I've purchased a bunch of lights and cameras for my bike here, and as you can see, the lights have the USB-A, and the cameras have a USB-C. Now, I absolutely love that the cameras are USB-C because I can plug anything that's my USB-C and charge it up here. And the other thing is that if if I didn't have this, right, if I didn't have a USB-C handy, it would be a little bit more annoying. But even then, it'd be nice to charge up my cameras, my lights, my phone, my iPad, everything with USB-C. I think that would be a lot better than the current system here. So this is the one thing I think standardization wouldn't be such a bad thing here. And maybe once they get this standardized, perhaps the next iteration of it, USB-D will be a lot more scalable, because I don't think USB-C has scalability in it. Now, I'm actually quite lucky that none of my bike setup requires USB, USB-A, whatever. So that's actually really good here. But anyway, I really do hope this passes, and I would almost even buy my next iPhone just to have the USB-C because it's super annoying, all right? So that concludes this video. I want to know your thoughts down below. Does USB-C and the lack thereof, or the complete lack of standardization, annoy you? Is it good? Is it bad? Let me know in the comments down below. This channel does not get enough comments, so please comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.